Good morning. Today we are going to work on calculating our target heart rate zone, which you guys know is a safe and comfortable place for us to be working out during our physical activity sessions. It's also where we gain the most benefit for our heart. Okay, so first thing we need to remember is our resting heart rate. If you've forgotten, remember that you can calculate your resting heart rate by sitting quietly, finding your pulse. Take your pulse for 20 seconds, count how many times your heart beats in that 20 seconds, and then multiply by 3. I already know that my resting heart rate is 50. I've set up this worksheet so that I can, the color, when I type in, it'll come up in that purple color so you guys can follow along easily when you look at the examples. All right, so we're going to come back to this resting heart rate number in a few minutes, but right now we're going to go over here to the beginning of the calculation. So we need to go with 220 minus your age. I am going to make believe, all right, make believe that I am 50 years old, all right, because that was a good year. I went to Australia to visit my sister. I had fun, all right. So 220 minus my age is going to give me, or minus 50, will give me 170. Whoops. Will give me 170, right? I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to kind of get into anything there. Now, I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to use this resting heart rate number on the next line, okay? Because we're going to subtract that resting heart rate from the number we just got. So we're taking 50 off, and that's going to give me 120. Now, bear with me here. We're going to need a range, right? Your target zone is a range. So it's going to go from a lower number to a higher number. So we need to figure out how we're going to get the lower number and the higher number. So we're going to get it like this. We're going to multiply 120 times 0.6, okay? And that is going to give me 72, right? And then we're going to multiply 120 times 0.8. So 0.8 times 12 is 96. How do you know that? Because I know my multiplication tables. All right. So now we need to add back our resting heart rate. That number that was up here on top, up here. All right. We're going to take that number and we're going to add it in down here to both the 72 and the 96. So 72 plus 50. No, I have to hit the shift. There we go. Plus 50. And then 96 plus 50. And 72 plus 50 is 122. 96 plus 50 is 146. So my target heart rate zone is going to be 122 to 146. All right. 122 to 146. That would be my target heart rate zone if I were 50 years old. Okay. Yours will be different because you're not 50. Yours will be different because your resting heart rate may be very different from mine. Okay. A good, healthy heart rate, resting heart rate should be between 60 and 80. Between 60 and 90 is acceptable. All right. Usually if it's below 60 or even below 50, then it usually means either one of two things. You are an athlete and you are in really, really good shape, at least cardiovascular wise. Okay. Or you have a medical issue. So if you're constantly getting numbers below 50 and you're not an athlete, I would be very careful and maybe make an appointment to see my doctor if I have time. All right. So that's important. You are going to use the middle column to discover your lower limit, and you will use this end column here to discover your upper limit. And that's where you want to be when you're working out